Hey guys, RJ here and welcome back to the channel. Today we are breaking down a deck that went from overlook into a real contender in OP12. It's the Mono Red Silver's Rayleigh. Now, when Rayleigh was first revealed, a lot of people, including myself, just wrote him off. His ability just didn't look strong enough to carry a deck. But then the rest of OP12 got revealed and everything clicked. This list is not carried by the leader, but by the tools around him. In this video, I'll walk you through the core strategy, card choices, synergies, and key gameplay lines so you can see how explosive this deck is. Let's get into it. So first, let's talk about the leader himself, Silver's Rayleigh, the right-hand man of Goldie Roger himself. He's a mono-red leader with 5 lives and 5,000 power, but he comes with one key restriction. You can't run cards that cost 5 or more, and that might seem limiting, but it actually helps you build a super tight low curve deck that you can play very fast and very aggressively. Now for the ability, once per turn, you can reveal 2 event cards from your hand to give plus 2,000 power to one of your characters with 4,000 base power or less. Yeah, on paper it sounds weak, but when you look at the full OP12 card pool, you'll realize that the entire archetype is built to support that ability, especially when we get into the hacky events that helps Rayleigh. They fuel your ability, offer insane utility, and in a lot of cases doubles as counters. This deck is extremely budget friendly. It will cost you around $50 to build the full Japanese deck of Rayleigh, but I know it will change when it hits the Western Shore, but I believe Rayleigh will still be a budget friendly option for a competitive meta deck. Let's get into the list. Before we talk about the list, I'd like to give a huge shout outs to Aldi. I consider Aldi as the best Rayleigh player in the Philippines, and he won the Grand Asia Open and placed top 4 in the most recent 1v1 preliminaries with Silver's Rayleigh. Not only we will be featuring his deck list, he also gave me some tips that really helped me in creating this video. So if you're thinking of playing Rayleigh, I'd suggest you go follow him on X. I'll be putting his profile in the description down below. Consistency is everything in a low curve deck like this, and Rayleigh runs a solid search package that keeps your hand full and your combos live. We'll start with a full set of OP01 Nami. She's a staple red searcher that lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and grab any Straw Hat card. While this deck isn't a pure Straw Hat build, you are running a lot of important Straw Hat targets such as the 4-cost Luffy, Zoro, and the 2 Sanji. So even though she's not hitting your entire deck, there's chance of missing, she's still giving you access to some key combo pieces. The next searcher we run is a full set of OP03 Buggy, and this one is really interesting. His first ability gives him immunity to slash attribute attacks, which makes him really strong against decks like Green Zoro that is mainly composed of slash characters. And second, he also searches for red events, which is huge because most of your events either help you win combat or set up your key combo turns, so being able to dig for them proactively is really a good thing. We also run a full set of OP12 Shakuyaku, and she's actually one of the stronger searchers in this list. Her effects lets you search for Luffy cards and red event cards, and actually that's perfect because those are exactly the 2 categories your entire engine revolves around. She consistently grabs you your 4-cost Luffy, arguably the most important piece in this whole deck, or the hacky events that makes your leader work. In this build, she usually is hitting around 40% of your deck. What I actually love about this search package is that all 3 of these searchers aren't just hand filters, they're also playable threats. They all sit at 2 or 3k base, so with your leader ability and add-on, they become real attackers that can chip away at your opponent's life or threaten to clean up the board. Every card does multiple jobs, and which is actually the heart of a good red deck design. Now let's get into the true center of the deck, the 4-cost OP12 Monkey D. Luffy. This is the engine that makes Rayleigh not just viable but dangerous. Luffy is a 4k base body that becomes a 6k attacker if you have 2 or more Dons attached anywhere on your board. That's a super easy condition to meet. Just 2 Don on your leader or any character and boom, he is now a 6k character. But his on-play effect is where the deck really pops off. When you play Luffy, you can reveal 2 red events from your hand, and if you do, you can play 1 red character with 3,000 power or less from your hand for free. And then you get to attach 1 rested Don to your leader or any character. This is an incredible tempo swing. For just 4 Dons, you're getting a 6k attacker, you're cheating a second body, and you're getting more value from your rested Don. You're getting 3 effects for the price of 1. Now, your cheat targets are of course carefully selected to maximize Luffy's ability value. One of the best is the 2-cost OP01 Sanji. He's a 3K base character, but when you use his ability, he can transform into a 7K attacker. And then paired with Rayleigh's ability, he can swing at 9K on entry. And that's absolutely disgusting in the early or mid game. This is also a key card against decks like Blue Purple Luffy that will always starve Rayleigh. Another great target is OP10 Sanji. He's a 3K base with an effect that gives him plus 3K power during your turn and lets you draw a card when he's KO'd. If you're up against another aggro deck, this Sanji is the better choice than the OP01 because you don't need to peel alive to hit harder. He also replaces himself when he got revenge killed. We also use a full set of OP12 Boa Hancock, who searches your top 5 for red events or a Luffy card, and her other ability lets you trash her to give 2 Rested Dawn to your leader or another character, and that immediately activates Luffy's first ability. That's amazing value in a Rayleigh deck because she maximizes your Dawn, gives you setup, and helps filter for your combo pieces. She's one of the best utility cards you can cheat out with 4-cost Luffy. While the deck is mostly about value and tempo, you still need rush cards to maintain pressure or close games. This deck runs a small but powerful rush package. OP01 Zoro is one of the classic red staples. 3 cost 5,000 power crusher. In this list, he doesn't benefit from the leader ability or Luffy synergy, but he's a strong, reliable way to apply pressure or clean up key threats. He's searchable by Nami and fits naturally into your curve. We have a pair of Kid and Killer from EB01, a 4-cost rusher that becomes 7k when your opponent is at 2 life or less. It's an amazing finisher that forces out a lot of counter just when your opponent is trying to stabilize. You don't actually need to build around him, he just slots into the deck and does his job well. You won't always draw these rushers, but when you do, they give you explosive turns that push damage or secure lethal. And now we get to the real sauce of the Rayleigh deck, the events. Let's start with King Kong Gatling. It costs 2 Don and gives one of your characters or leader plus 3k power for the turn or plus 4k if your opponent controls a character with 7k power. That extra threshold matters a lot. It lets your small unit swing over big walls and it often lets you win key combat. The trigger is also great. It lets you KO a 5k power or lower character, and that makes this card a versatile offensive and defensive option. Then there's To Never Doubt, that is Power. This is your unblockable tech. It's a zero cost event that gives your leader or Rayleigh character 2 active Dawn and makes them unblockable for the turn. It's essentially a better Diable Jambe because it can also be a 2k counter, so even if you don't use it offensively, it's still great in hand. Now, let's talk about the Haki Trio. We run 3 copies of Observation Haki, a zero-cost event that lets you attach 1 active Dawn to your leader, then look at the top 4 cards of your deck and grab any red event or red characters with cost 3 or more. This card is nuts. It's a searcher, a leader buffer, and a fuel for your leader's effect, all for zero cost. We also use a full set of Conqueror's Haki. Actually, Conqueror's Haki is my favorite event in this deck. For zero cost, it's a 2k counter, and if you rest 1 Dawn, it gives minus 1k power to all of your opponent's characters and their leader for the whole turn. This card actually enables you to be very aggressive in taking damages because this card will help you disrupt your opponent's lethal turn. We also use a pair of Armament Haki. This card gives one of your character or leader plus 1k power and it attaches 1 active Dawn to your leader. It's also a 2k counter, but compared to the other Hakis, this one is less flashy, but it helps you hit power thresholds and cleanly use your Dawn curve. As for removal, we run 2 copies of Mulgan. It's a red event that gives a character minus 5,000 power. Then if you control a 6k power or higher character, which you often do, it also lets you KO a 2k power character. It's a niche but valuable removal option, and the trigger is actually strong as well. Aldi added a single copy of Divine Departure as tech card to free the deck from the shackles of the 7-cost buggy. Now let's talk about the deck's curve. Rayleigh is usually a go second deck because of its natural curve to the 4-cost Luffy, but according to Aldi, there are matchups that you want to go first just to steal their curve, such as Green Zoro, Teach, and Buggy. So if you're going first, the ideal curve would be turn 1, a Searcher. Prime target would be a 4-cost Monkey D. Luffy, or if you don't have any events to activate the leader's ability, those are also good targets. And then for Zoro, usually it's just going to be Koshiro, or most of the time they will play Perona to add more options to their hand. Now, for the next turn, This is the turn you will start the pressure, go for 5k attack on the leader, and then using your ability, buff Shakuyaku or Nami or whatever you use, Searcher, and then buff them plus 2k, and then you attach one don to them just to be a 5k attacker, and then you use the other two dons for Boa Hancock. Again, the prime target, Monkey D. Luffy. For the next turn, another copy, just in case it will be taken out. Or, again, if you don't have, or if you need other events, Small Gun or King Kong Gun, you can also get them. And then by Fordon, of course, they will play Kuina. Usually, they will target Boa Hancock. That's okay. Then next turn, for your 5 Don turn, you play, of course, Monkey D. Luffy, attach one Don to the searcher that wasn't taken care of, or to the leader, and then you attach the other Don to the leader so that Monkey D. Luffy will be a 6k attacker. And then next turn, you can either go for, of course, the best cheat out body here in this scenario is Sanji or the Tuko Sanji, but preferably this OP10 Sanji, because you want to have, against Zoro, you want to have something in return just in case this Sanji gets rested by Atashigi or another copy of Kuina. Then you will get a card in return. Then, of course, on 7 down turn, you can just go for Mole Gun just in case they play Cavendish or Tashigi on their 6th dawn turn. So that would be your curve if you're going first. Now let's talk about going second. This is your natural curve. For example, you're up against blue purple Luffy. Turn 1, they will just pass on your first turn. Most optimal is you have two searchers. If you also have Boa Hancock, you can play Boa Hancock, but the most optimal is you have two searchers. For example, you search with Shakuyaku, you get Monkey D. Luffy. If you play Nami, you want to search for the character that you want to get cheated out by Monkey D. Luffy. So you either get the OP01 Sanji or the OP10 Sanji. Those are the most optimal. And then you pass the turn, of course. 3 Dawn turn, they will just play Zoro Juro. Now, this is a question. If they attack, you have to take it. Don't guard. Just take, because that will be an additional resources for you. But most of the time, Blue Purple won't attack because they want to starve Rayleigh. And that's where Nami search becomes more important. Now, they will pass the turn. Again, they'll just play Zorojuro. For the turn, you will play Monkey D. Luffy. If they go for Starve, you want to play out OP01 Sanji, because OP01 Sanji, again, will help you deal a lot of damage in the early to mid game. But if they go for attack, you want to play OP10 Sanji, because they will try to clear the board, and the on KO ability of Sanji will help you gain a resource back when he is revenge killed. Now, you play that, you attach the Don to Rayleigh, attack for 6k, of course, and then now 5 Don turn. This is a gamble. If they have God Thread, of course they will play God Thread to KO Monkey D. Luffy. But let's just assume that they didn't, and they have Nami instead. Now this board is safe, and then for next turn we will have a party, because on your next turn, again, if they start starving, uh, they won't attack. Of course, they want to starve you. But if, let's assume they starve, this one, let's assume this will be your board. Now, if you have another copy of Monkey D. Luffy, you want to play it again and then play another threat on the board. But if you don't have, let's say you have Mulgun, just use Mulgun, KO this Nami, and then you have enough Dons, rested Don. Use Sanji's ability, attach two Dons here. Sanji is now a 7k. And then you can actually use the leader ability to other of these searchers so that they can attack Zoro. 4k, Blurple won't defend it. And then Sanji is currently 7k. You can attack with the leader for 7k. And then Luffy, since Sanji has two attached on, he will be at 6k. And then you can actually go for 6 and then go for 7k with the leader. And then next turn, your preferred play would be just refilling the board, pressuring blue, purple, Luffy, or any of your opponents, and then run with the win. Now we are going to the simulator so you can see the deck in action. We are now in a simulator and hopefully we get to face some meta decks so that we can see Red Rayleigh in action against the meta decks. So let's just go for the quick join, hoping that our opponent will have some. Okay, Shanks, not that meta, but it's okay. I think we want to go second against Shanks. We don't want him a turn earlier to drop the 10 cost Shanks. So we are going second. We do have two chances of getting a Luffy. So let's skip this. Actually, three. Buggy ba? Don't want. Luffy. There you go. Although we will bottom one of the Luffys. That's actually okay. Then go for Buggy. Mole Gun. Do we want to have Mole Gun? So two Luffys already in the bottom. 555 557 sure. Uh yeah, we can go 5-5. Luffy into Sanji is actually good as well. Let's show him. I don't want to show him to Never Doubt. So Kong Gatling, he already know that observation. Again, let's put this one on the side so we know what events we have shown again to our opponents. Let's cheat out a Sanji and then six. Let's attack for five. Already shown this. Go for six. So we went for Buggy because Uta can't reach him. So possibly, well, Shanks is a slash, so he can't also deal with Buggy. So there's a big chance that Buggy won't be taken care of during this turn. So we can use him again next turn. So actually, Gunbo Hancock six. This is 6-5. Take again. Shaku. The other Luffy we need to. Yeah, I think it's okay to take. Oh, there you go, Sanji. Ooh, wow. Okay. All right. This is 6k original power. So that Luffy will definitely do. So Luffy, so one will be blocked. Luffy will be will be KO'd. Shaku. Let's just go for this one. Just in case he do have something big. So we need to attack with Luffy first so that he won't be able to capitalize. So this is five. Search five, five, 6, 5, 5, 5, 6, 5. Let's just go for. This is actually a bait. If I go 6 and he blocks and then KO Buggy, although I wasted 2 dons, that's actually okay. Because at least Luffy will survive. Oh, he did not went for, huh? Let's go for 6. Alright, okay. That makes sense now. So, Kong Gatling will be you. 1 doon. 5. You already used the leader ability. So this is actually 5. 5. And then another 5. Then we play Boa. We play Boa. Get that. Sure. He will attack this 7 doon. Sure. If he attack Buggy. Oh, alright. Now, can we go for the Buggy? So the goal now is to make him go down to 0. Wow. Miss. Alright. Shaku, Yaku, Luffy. Actually, that's actually good. 4, 2. So 5, 6. 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 6. Yeah, actually, you can go for 5, 5, 6. So we go for. We use the buff first. 1, 2. Luffy into Sanji, 7k. 5, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3. Go for 5. Oh, already used the leader ability. Go for 5. 1, 2. Go for 6. Right? Still at 9 doon. Wow! Wow. Huh. Huh? He did not KO Luffy. Alright. So 5 here, 7, 5. Actually can guard this. Do we want to guard this though? 7, 5. Take, take. Sure. Can have that. Kong gun, sure. 7. Uh, yeah, I have to guard this one. 2 lives to die for 8k. Yeah, I think it's okay to use this. Then 6, 6, 6, 6. Yeah, I think it's okay to go for that. Uh, yeah, searcher, I think. So 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, I think. Let's go for 6 here. Go for 7. If he takes this already over. Oh, this already over. There's no way he can survive the next one. Even if you go for the blockers, there's no way you will survive. So that's Kong. So this 1, 2, 3, 8 plus 4, 12. Should we guard this? Nah, yeah, sure. You can have that. A double blocker. But again, search. And there you go. One against it. Because currently 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 4, 16k. That will be our attack. There's no way that he can survive that. So, yep, one against Shanks, and off to the next one. One of the meta decks right now. Very few playing in the lobby right now. So, uh, it's actually going second. Double. Yeah, I think this will keep. I can search for a Luffy or a Boa right now. But let's go for double Nami. Ooh, go. Give me a Luffy. Ooh, Kongan. Nope. If you search, one of them will attack. Go for Boa Hancock next turn. Again, goal is to get a Luffy. 1, 2, 5k attack. Give me. Please attack me. Solo and Cavendish. Nope. Alright, let's go for you and you. There you go. One of the Luffys. Uh, he do have a law, so let's go for Kamosari. Just go for a 5k attack there. So we are kind of delayed for one turn there, but we can play for this two. He will rest. It's okay. So now we... Ooh, Kid Killer. Now we need to attack this though. So we need to attack this, otherwise... For... You know Kamusari. Let me show you an observation haki. So this is a 5. I can actually use Boa Hancock though. Let's go for this one. Let's go for this one. Right. Use Boa Hancock. You already know this too. Go for Boa. That's a 5k attack as well. 5-7. 7 search. 2-5. Actually, I can use Boa. I can actually use Boa. Trash. This is currently. Just go for 5 here. Then 5, and then search for Nami. He already used his Cavendish. Yeah, go for Luffy again. So 1, 2. Then these are free to attack next turn. Oh, okay. Would have been better. I think if we got a Molgan. If we draw a Molgan next turn, that would be super crazy. If we draw a Molgan. So we will be using Observation Haki to at least look for a Molgan. Ooh. Double bounce. Actually, I'm thinking of guarding this. How many attacks can I do? 5? Yeah, it's okay. He will attack this for sure. Shambles. Bounce. The Bege blocker. Don't play the Bege blocker, and that would. But of course, he will play the Bege blocker though. 6-6. Let's look for that event. Ooh, Molgun. Hmm. I can KO. Yeah, I think it's important for the Molgun because I can go Molgun, KO Bege, KO Bege, KO Bege. Already have a 6k power character. So minus 5k low, KO Beji, minus KO. 1, 2, 2, 1. You know this too, right? So we go 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6. 5, if he blocks, that would be gone. 6, 6, 6. Then we go for Kamosari if he play the low. Actually, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7. That will be the play here. One card. One is low. I think. Yeah, I think one is a low. Luffy already played. Oh, we do have the 2K Veggie. I think Cavendish already. Either that one or this one. Sanchi, Sanchi. So first search. Rest jewelry. Right. So we go 6K again. Let's actually search. Let's actually search for something. Oh, that's the 7K. 6. Let's look for. Right. Let's look for something here. I want the to never doubt. To never doubt. Ooh. Oh, there you go. To never doubt. To never doubt. That's actually huge because now he can only play one of them is low. So it doesn't have a counter. And there you go. This is actually huge because I can just KO whatever he will be playing. Low, he will heal. Shambles. So you can only KO one, one, two. Actually, you can guard this. If I guard, wait, let's see. If I guard this, let's say guard this. This will attack. This will attack. One of them will survive. Two. Two of them will survive. Yeah, actually, let's guard one. Two of them will survive. Law won't attack for sure. For sure. So I Kamusari one of them. 6 stand. Give me something good. Something good. Shaki. Okay. 6. Bow. What did he bounce? 1K. Okay, so he's looking for some counters. He's looking for some counters. Jewelry Bonnie, 3 costs. Okay. So that's 2 blockers. If he plays Bonnie, Beiji goes for 7. Oh! He let Luffy live? He let Luffy live? Oh wow, that's a huge mistake though. So Bonnie is a 1k only. Wait, 6 take 1k. I can't go for Kamusari. He blocks Kamusari one. Yeah, I think I can just go for a Kamusari one. Let's just show him. He knows to die for already. And Kamusari. I can go for multiple 7k. 7-7. Go all in with to never doubt. I think this already a wrap. Yeah. 7k. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a misplay. Oh, wait. Because I can go for Kamusari. 5 dons. 7. Actually, I can just force him. 8k power. Oh, that's actually huge. 4, 3. Yeah, I can go for multiple 7k. 7k, 7k, yeah. 4, 1. Buggy. Because if he takes this, well, if he also blocks, I can just go for Zoro. Oh, he blocked. Zoro 7k, 7k. Go for 7k. So we only have one Bonnie. Then go for 8. Then, alright. Doesn't have any cards. So he's in top deck mode now. So I can just go for 6. There's no blocker. And just prepare for a bigger attack. Right? Let's end our turn. That's a 5 cost law. And then either or can bounce like what? 1k. You can look for whatever. This already over. Yeah, you can't play low anymore. 6. Yeah, sure. Guard. Won't be playing Luffy anymore. Heal 1. Alright. 6 again, guard. Sure, you can have that. This is a slash. You cannot go for it. 5k block. You have to block it. 2 took it. Alright. It's another 5k. Actually, it's already over with the Kamusari. 5k, 5k. There you go. One against GY Law. And I hope you learned something new in this video. And I hope to see you into the next one. Again, this is RJ playing One Piece Trading Card Game. Peace out.